Okay, so starting off, we do kind of have an interesting topic. It is about Stefon Diggs. So for those of you who don't know, kind of catching you guys up, there have been some quiet rumblings from Stefon Diggs this offseason in regards to the Bills. I think it started earlier in the offseason. He was posting a lot of cryptic things on social media. And while most NFL players do that, most NFL wide receivers specifically, I always think of that, one second, I always think of that tweet where it's the guy that's like the quarterback. He'll always say, like, oh, thank you to my teammates, da 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 da. Running back will say, something about hard work, grinding, whatever. And then receivers are just the most cryptic, you know, um, hieroglyphic type language that you can never understand. It's always some phrase or whatever. And then the tight ends are just like derp. I love smashing stuff, right? So Stefon Diggs, he's been posting some stuff on social media, some cryptic things, talking about people lying on his name, saying he used a quote something about something about making diamonds, just a whole bunch of stuff. So you're kind of like raising an eyebrow, Dwayne Johnson, like, what's going on there? But I think we got a little bit more clues as to what's going on this week. He ended up missing a little bit of Bill's mandatory camp, which is a big deal. Sean McDermott commented and said that he was, quote, very concerned in the first part. But then after that, he said that the situation with Stefon Diggs had been resolved and that he was back. He was back for the last day of mandatory camp before they canceled it. Now, I'm recording this in the wee hours of Thursday night, so bear with me if there's something else that's happened that I don't know about just yet. But I have a little conspiracy theory going here. I have a little theory cooking up for you guys, and I'm interested to hear what you think. So most of the time, when a player does stuff like this around this time, and he misses training camp and he's sending cryptic tweets, whatever, it's because of a contract situation, and it's because he wants to get paid more. It's because he wants more years. He wants higher AAV, et cetera, et cetera. But that doesn't really make sense for Stefon Diggs, and that's because as recent rather as last season, he was rewarded a new contract with the Bills, and he's still amongst one of the league's highest paid wide receivers. So a new contract doesn't really make sense here. He just got it last offseason. He's still one of the highest paid contract. I'm going to rule out. Here's what I think. I think that there is a little rift going on between Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen. Now, why would I say this? If you guys remember the playoff game last year against Cincinnati, the last shot that they got of that playoff game was a shot of Josh Allen sitting on the bench and Stefon Diggs yelling at him. Now, I think that there is something else going on in Buffalo. And I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, but there has been a rumor going around the streets, aka Twitter and TikTok, that the reason Josh Allen was so poor in that game was because he got caught, let's say, fooling around, because this is a family-friendly show. Not really. Fooling around with some other women around that time, and he ended up breaking up with his girlfriend, and it messed with his mojo, his confidence, whatever. And then that cost the Bills their season and their playoff game against the Bengals, excuse me. Now, I don't fully buy into that because that is a bit fictitious, but it would explain why Stefon Diggs was so violently upset at Josh Allen at the end of that game. And if that's the case, then their beef continuing into the offseason isn't the most unrealistic thing in the world, right? So, Stefon Diggs, I don't think his problem is with the money. Contractually, I think he's fine. I think his problem is either with Josh Allen or with the Bills. I kind of doubt he has a problem with Sean McDermott. I mean, I don't know what he would have done to hadn't have a problem with him. So I would venture to say that Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen are not on the same page. Josh Allen said some very strong words about Stefon Diggs, positive, and I almost feel like that's overcompensating a little bit. Maybe he knows he messed up. I'm not here to spread rumors. I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to put the pieces together. That theory makes sense, but is it credible? I have no idea, because the TikTok I watched, it was some guy whose sister worked at a hair salon. It's a whole thing. It's a he said, she said mess. But unfortunately right now, that's really all we have to work with. And it's not a situation where we have a lot of information just yet. So we kind of have to make the pieces fit together on our own. So why Stefon Diggs is mad at the Bills, I don't know. We don't know. Now, could he get traded? I really doubt that. I really doubt that the contending Bills team, who is still in their Super Bowl window and still has superstar quarterback Josh Allen, would want to trade away their wide receiver one. That would mean that would need to get nuclear for the Bills to trade Stefon Diggs. I mean, that situation would have to get just insanely, toxic and everything like that. So I don't know. I have no idea what to think about this situation. I don't know what's going on. That's my best guess is that there's some kind of rift between Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen, but I don't know. What I do know is that the Bills have a lot more competition in the AFC East now. I think the Dolphins got a lot better. The Bills, I definitely think got a lot better. I'm sorry, the Jets, I think also got a lot better as well. I can't speak. I can't. I'm leaving this in. I can't speak. And you know how many times I have to re-record this stuff? It is crazy, crazy. I mean, sometimes I think I have a concussion and I'm back playing football. It's random, but the Jets and the Dolphins I think got better. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs. The Bengals I think got a little bit better. So the Bills, this is no time to be trading away Stefon Diggs. Let's just be clear here. Let me be clear. Sorry. Obama impression. Anyway, I think everything will be fine. I think it's just a little off-season drama. I think that this is kind of blown out of proportions because again, we don't really have anything else to talk about. So we're gonna take the inch that this gives us and we're gonna make it into a mile, kind of like what my mom does about everything. But that's neither here nor there. So let me know what you guys think about the Bills down below. I want to hear your thoughts, your comments. If any of you are Bills fans, what do you think about Stefon Diggs and his little temper tantrum? Can we call it? Can we call it a temper tantrum? Can we call it a situation? I don't know what to call it. But let me know what you guys think down below.